Hi, firstly I'd like to apologise for the quality of this video. It was recorded on my other camera anyway. Here we go. So I'm doing a scene here from another cartoon. At the moment you probably couldn't catch on camera. And starting off with some cobalt blue paint, put in rocks and sky. And I'll go over this again at some point just to make it a little bit darker in places. But this is a story about Sam, a kid called Lucas and another kid called James, I think. We're in Bude on the beach. One of Sam's favourite things to do when we're on holiday is to find a friend, and that's what he did on this holiday. We used to have a dog that used to do this. The dog used to go out on the beach and come back with loads of other dogs, and their owners all shouting after them. Well, Sam was very much like this. When he goes to the beach, he actually rounds up friends and brings them back, which is quite amusing. So in this cartoon I've got Lucas, who I think was slightly younger than Sam at the time, and I think Sam was only 6 or maybe 7, and he's got a yellow truck. James and Sam are digging moats and things like you do on the beach. It's a nice thing to do. And in the background you can see a very pensive dad watching young Lucas, because the other kids are slightly older than him. And I think it's something as parents we all do. When you see your son or your daughter go off, you tend to watch them, don't you? See what's going on. Are they all right? That sort of feeling there that you have to watch them because you don't know who they're mixing with, which is it's a shame, isn't it? I mean, but there you go. That's what we do. So here you go. I'm going over the areas now. Went over the sky, made the rocks slightly lighter in the background, and now making the rocks darker. Probably using a mix of cobalt blue and probably permanent rose, if I'm honest. That's the usual mix that I use for that, although to be quite honest with you, all my mixes contain all 3 colours, red, yellow and blue. Just try to bring it a little bit warmer as I come forward into the picture. I can remember actually being on the beach as a child, and there is no danger when you're a child, there's no danger. You go running off to the sea. I can remember going running off down to the sea, probably to play Transformers, who knows. I think Transformers were big when I was little. And you get down to the sea and you look back and there's just little dots that could be your parents, and ring it in your ears as the warning that comes from your parents. Make sure you can say where I can see you. I just added some marks now to the picture just to bring your attention to the action, which is around this rock pool. And something I like to do with cartoons sometimes is just add a little bit of coloured pencil around the edge just to highlight bits and pieces. So the rocks I'm highlighting there. Again, I tend to use different colours, so sort of cooler colours towards the back and warmer colours towards the front. And yeah, I can always remember that though, being down at the sea, and just, you know, in and out of the sea. Like I couldn't swim. Thank God for the RNLI, I suppose. And I assume my parents were watching me, but you know, if they were dots, what were we? We were probably dots as well. Yeah, so I do remember that very, very strange time. Probably wouldn't do it now, but as a parent now, I realise the sort of dangers. And again, I'm one of these parents who will watch and make sure that Sam's okay with his other friends. Just putting the detail now onto the sandcastle, and I shall put some more paint, some very warm colours now into the foreground so that you can see the characters. Again, cobalt blue mainly, primary reds and yellows. It's quite therapeutic watching myself paint, although I don't usually paint at this speed. It's usually a lot slower, I have to say. There we go, painting in the pensive dad, pretending to read, but obviously watching out for his son Lucas and his little yellow cart. I do remember they were on the beach that day because they were waiting for their accommodation to be prepared. You get that, don't you? You arrive too early. And there's the final piece. There you go.